What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I apologize. About 11 minutes late there. Well, a little bit. I guess I started the stream a couple of minutes ago, but actually getting booted up. I hope all of you are doing well. Depending on what part of the country you are in, your ass is on lockdown. Shout out to all the people on house arrest. Welcome to the den. If you're not familiar with the den is the best conversation on the internet. You may ask, well, why? You conceited motherfucker, do you think your channel is the best conversation on the internet? Well, it's not because it's my channel. It's because of the community that this channel has created, and that means all of you wonderful people. I'm glad to get to be a part of, the conversations with each and every one of you. And like I said, I hope you're doing well, but it is my honor, it is my privilege, and most of all, my pleasure to get to orchestrate those conversations with you. So we're gonna do something we hadn't done in a while, as we're kind of getting back into the groove, and that is a free range Friday. So whatever you got going on, whatever is on your mind, just kind of we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna talk about it. Well, I don't, they're terrible. What are you talking about? I'm glad I didn't see those pics. That sounds like something that did not need to be seen. So, kind of for people out walking, they might not, man, yeah, and wherever you may be on lock, you may not be. But let's see who we got joining us this evening, and then let's get into it. For the early birds, I have Mr. Don of the Discord, aka Cultured, the Den Tech Support. I have Sweetberry, the Pistachio Pit Bull 32, D, the Gamma. How are you? What's the motherfucking deal? Ronald, I'm not really an Isley. John from New York, my favorite New Yorker. Miss Bell. Speaking of New Yorkers, where's Only been? Has anybody seen Only? I haven't seen Only since we've been back active. Brandon335, what's the motherfucking deal? AKA the stenographer. Multiple versions of Miss Sarah, but there's only one just Sarah. Miss K Grace. The lovely Miss Marie Lovely. And Lady Maybe Not So Licious. I hope all of y'all are doing well. That's all I have down for the early bird status. If I missed you, I ain't dish you. But let's see who else we have joining us. Make sure. Let me scroll. And I see Mr. Chill HD. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. I think we. Oh, well, there's D Love. You ain't finna holler no shorties. D Love. No, I didn't see the picture. I don't want to. It sounds like it's a bad thing. Heidi. Hello, Heidi. I don't know. The community speaks English, Heidi. Kenneth. What's the motherfucking deal? Cologne. How are you, sir? Go to work. Kenneth was in the den, right, in the Discord one day, and he's all talking to his coworkers and trying to get his Mac on. Didn't realize, I guess, maybe he forgot to cut the Discord off. So we overheard all of his conversations that he was having with his fellow coworkers. So we ain't even gonna get into it. So he knows what he said, and we'll just leave it at that. Let me see. Okay, I don't think if I missed anybody else again, I apologize. And Blender Master. What is a blender? Like, are you like the king of smoothies or something like that? I don't even know how that works. But anyway, like I said, man, Free Range Friday, and the Free Range Friday is basically whatever's on your mind, whatever you'd like to discuss. I see some people talking about the pictures that I have not seen. I don't think I want to see. And if it's something awkward, then definitely Sweetberry probably did post it. What else is taking place? People are upset about the medications that have been being suggested. Some say it's too early. Some say it's preventative action. So I'm sure that'll be interesting to see how people feel about that. I've seen various people talking about the economic relief strategies. we might make that happen, Coach. I was thinking about that, actually. I was definitely thinking about that. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible, terrible. I'm sure his wife might have leaked those. I don't know. Who knows? No water on the shelf. It says smart water. That's smart water. I tried it the other day. It's actually not that bad. Um, so Louis 17. What's the motherfucking deal? I'm trying to think what other crazy things have taken place. Again, the virus is the headline. Did you see the terrible rendition of Imagine by all of the celebrities? And you know, these are the people who sit here and try to tell you how to live and what you need to do and virtue signal, and they just they are so out of touch. They're very out of touch with, I think, the rest of us. And I think those people, a lot of people, I guess, that they thought that they were going to be impressing with that, kind of turned on them. Kind of were not too keen on that. And then who else was it? I think Sam Smith. I think they said he had a breakdown or something like that, a mental breakdown. That's terrible. In his $12 million mansion. I don't even know how that works. Like, are you that? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I don't really know. Like, I couldn't imagine not being able to live, not knowing what to do in a $12 million mansion. Uh, that's actually pretty funny. Um, so like I say, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Oh, terrible! I shouldn't have seen that. I didn't want to see that. Uh, yeah, I think I accidentally seen it. I'm not gonna click on it though. But I think that one little piece of whatever is that puke. That's disgusting. It's fucking nasty. Um, so yeah, that's terrible. I fucking hate it. Oh my god. Oh, the work that is he the one that did that also did the Corona sex song or something like that? Something crazy. Um, but yeah, we'll see what's shaking with the mixer. It hasn't been a mixer in a while. You know what I'm saying? Um, how much weight am I down since January? I've actually probably picked some weight up since I've gotten out. So there is that, and I gotta tighten up. Maybe Monday. I'll get on my Corona weight. Fucking gym just sent me a thing because they closed down. Like, I got a gym membership, right? And the week after I get it, fucking shuts down. So they talked about fucking what they were doing now. They're doing like Facebook and I guess Instagram things. But what's really cool, what I do want to talk about is like how, and I was talking about how this thing is going to change stuff and how life is going to change as we know it. They said like the internet usage has been up like 30%. Like it's like the greatest spike in internet usage in history. But of course, nobody has anything to do. Most people aren't doing anything but fucking getting on the internet. So, but I do believe it's going to be a change. I think a lot of stuff is going to happen. I think the economic impact is going to be very interesting. But I do think things are going to bounce back. It may take a little bit, but I do think things are going to bounce back. And I think that if you're smart and you take advantage of the opportunities that are being presented now and run with it, I think they always talk about these tragedies being great transfers of wealth, right? I think there are going to be people who, if they operate strategically, uh, will definitely be able to make a move with their life. Ed Honcho, HTX, Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, Twitter. I got the thing mirrored, so it's like all fucking crazy. And then show live on Facebook. So if you have a Facebook, if you're like us ancient dinosaurs who still use Facebook, um, you know what I'm saying, then make sure that you're there. Make sure that you utilize that. A lot of stuff gets posted there. Ed Honcho, HTX on the gram. I usually keep it updated when I'm gonna, go live, and then the same with the Twitters. I have no plans on going live this weekend. But we'll see what happens, you know. But just in case, you know, make sure you're following that if you use social media. Make sure you're in the Den Discord because that is the most important. Um, Let me see. What else was it? It was one other thing. Oh, like I said, yeah. So what I think is pretty cool, right? Because I told you I'm finally getting off my ass. Well, I guess I'm still sitting on my ass and doing it, but you know, then I was going to go ahead and take the A plus, and so just to study, make sure I got everything, you know, on point, understanding it, and you know, I've got like a little course, and I'm waiting for the book to come in, just to follow up with it. It was recommended. So in studying for that, I saw that I went ahead to book the test, so to challenge myself, right? Go ahead and pay for the test, and you know, that way it gives me a deadline, so it forces me to study, right? And fucking, I saw that what they may be doing because I was looking at, you know, testing sites, and some of them were blanked all the way out. There was a few that had some well, some were full, but you know, they're talking about how everything's closing down and shutting down. That they may start allowing people to take the A plus, well, any comp TIA test. Um, they may find a way to let people take it from home, which I think is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is super crazy. But at the same time, you know, it's a time test, so I guess if you're trying to hunt and find answers and do all that, that's on you. But you know, it is what it is. You gotta find some toilet paper. You know, I might have a roll I can spare. You know, what you willing to do for a little bit of TP, baby? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I saw. I saw that they're talking about. Yeah, they're talking about fucking 8 days. I'm like, shit. You know, let me just make sure. Look, I'll be pretty good, pretty proficient. Just make sure I have the areas which I'm weakest in, you know, marked off just in case. Uh, and the eggplant salad is terrible. That sounds terrible. I just ate some Wingstop though. And so, um, yeah, so I think that that's going to be very interesting because, like I said, you know, they told me, they said people who had vouchers, they're going to make sure if they're like reaching the expiration date that they're going to extend them and stuff like that for free. So, uh, you know, there's that. I just need Professor Trill. See, Professor Trill, Miss Kay Grace gave a shout out because there was a post talking about, you know, thanking the truckers and all that. I said, fuck that. Professor Trill ain't doing shit but sitting on his couch. He's been on his couch for the last week. And then when he gets on the Discord for the voice chat, he has like speakers and he plays fake road sounds because that's what he go to sleep to, you know, like road sounds. He can't, you know, if he ain't on the road, he can't sleep. So he just play road sounds in the background so it sounds like he's driving somewhere whenever he get on the Discord. You know, he really don't be nowhere. He just be sitting at home and shit. Um, so, other than that, let's go. Let's get it. Um, yeah, I'd like to say so. Whatever's on your mind, man. Free range Friday. The conversation is open. If there's something that's bothering you, something that wants to be discussed, I think next week we will. I'm not sure what day we'll bring back the den debates, and then I'm thinking. I want to bring back the karaoke, but I'm thinking. I'm trying to decide. We may karaoke in the Discord because we don't have to worry about certain issues, but we may still do it live. We'll see. We'll see. We'll figure out how the karaoke works. I'm not sure yet, but you know, so we'll go from there. Um, but let me get the line open. Let's take some calls. Let's get it in, my friends in the den. So what is it? Canada, Mexico, borders closed. Who is it? Cali on lockdown. What else? Who else? Who else is in a dire position? What's going on in the New York area? That's interesting. And then Gillum, butt naked. That's terrible, right? But he was just a little drunk right after the wedding. So I'm wondering who took those pictures. See, I don't want to I don't want to click on it. Like, is there actually information in the article? And if so, Sweetberry share the information because I really don't think I want to see those pictures. No, it's not. I don't think. I know I don't want to see those pictures. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. Yeah, don't judge me. Right? I'm not here for the judgments. All right, let's get it tooted and booted. The line is fine. I guess I should change the TV screen so that way it's not all congested and cluttery, right? I think that helps a little bit. Did it switch? I see, for some reason this mouse don't feel like it's fully fucking clicking. I don't know if I don't know. It's gonna give me some issues. Let's see what's put up for a little bit. And let's rock with it. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's Belle. How you doing?
Doing well, Miss Bell. How are you this evening?
I'm doing okay. It's been a week. My doctor put me on lockdown because of the fact that I have a low immune system. So anybody going out who has any sort of underlying illness might want to check with their physician.
Okay. So you said you've been locked down for a week, you say?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, for a while. I got to have one of the kids pick up antibiotics on Monday. So I mean, like, not even out of the house kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, be careful. Definitely be careful.
Yeah.
And make sure
like
you're wearing gloves and shit.
Like I've told you guys before, mine's all sinus. Mine has nothing to do with the coronavirus. It's just the fact that my immune system, because of having this flu bug for so long that I've had, she doesn't want me out in it. So, like I said, that's why I want to let other people know if they've got, like, family members and, grandparents, parents, siblings, anybody who's got, like, kidney diseases, anything that's, like, underlying, you guys need to watch out.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, it's real sketchy. They actually just opened up a site not that far from me over here. I'm gonna go just to tie up traffic and see what's going on. But doesn't that sound crazy? We were talking about that last night, I think, in the Discord, and people going to get tested. And what if you don't have it? Like, and you go to a testing site, don't you increase your chances of getting it?
No. A lot of it depends on your immune system, to be perfectly honest. It's more about how well you can survive a viral infection than it is anything else. Because once the immune system's compromised, whether it's having an allergy, like a sinus infection, or whether or not sickle cell, or whether or not it's kidney disease or any of those things, when the body can't fight anything off, it makes anything viral, whether it's a regular virus or corona, that much harder to fight. I had to deal with that with my husband being sick, too, because if you're sick, sometimes they don't even want you taking the flu shot, the normal flu shot. If you're running a fever, you can't even take a regular flu shot. So it all kind of comes under that. But yeah, we should be asking Heidi this because this is like her specialty. So that means she needs to call in and talk.
Yes, I agree. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Are we back?
talking. I ain't even pushed the thing back on. My bad. Heidi's influence. I know she's German. You know what I'm saying? And so.
Yeah, but her background is epidemiology, if I'm not mistaken, which is like germs and all this kind of stuff.
A German studying germs? I don't trust it. Sounds like she might have started the corona. I don't trust Heidi. I trust Heidi for everything but medical advice.
Well, you know what? I think I would. But anyway, that being said, it's just, we'll throw it out there. If Heidi wants to, that's fine. If she doesn't, that's okay too. I don't push anybody. But, it is what it is. One of the things I do have to say about the Discord last night, I got to be a fly on the wall of all-male conversation. I thought it was really cool. Not that I listened to all of it because I was playing video games, but here's the deal. It was something that you said a couple of years ago that you wanted to have like a men's group for you guys to talk shit and to just be able to kind of vent out. Last night was like it seemed like one of those perfect nights of that kind of stuff happening. Is that something that you even thought about?
No, but what I have realized though is that the Discord is very similar to the older dens because it's like that's what it's very similar to older dens because it is more male dominated.
Yep.
And so it's like it's very interesting. So that's kind of I guess, but the older dens were more. I guess I would say the callers were male initially too. So it's more male dominated. So the conversations tend to sway more that way. So yeah, I would say it would be something along those lines if it were to be like a physical den men's type of situation.
Yeah. Sarah asked me if I was lurking. Well, kind of, sort of. Sometimes you learn things just by being a fly on the wall, and I'm not going to reveal what was in the conversation because that's not my story to tell. But the fact is it was really kind of neat watching some male bonding going on.
Were we bonding?
What?
I said, were we really bonding?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of bullshit being said, but I mean, that's sort of, I guess, in my experience of watching men, that's kind of some of the things that were being said last night were kind of sort of the norm. You guys were laid back. There weren't any women in the conversation, so y'all just sort of kind of, as they say, let your hair down a little bit. Yeah. And to me, that's bonding on any level, whether it's males or females or whatever. You just being who you are and being authentic about it.
Okay. Yeah, for those who weren't there, I mean, I don't have no problem telling y'all what it was. We were mainly arguing about black women for the most part. And so, at Eastside, you weren't there. But, so what it was, we were discussing something. Dakota had some views on some of the things. And so we were having discussion. I think it was me, Trill, Dakota, Mr. D-Love. D-Love don't know what the hell he was talking about. So, yeah, we had...
Big M was there, too.
Big M popped in a little bit later.
Yeah, towards the end.
Yeah, and so, in the Discord, it was very, very interesting conversation. So, a lot of different views, a lot of different perspectives, and it was
that's another reason. That's another reason I didn't say anything. I didn't have any skin in the game on that one. I mean, it was truly just male talk, and sometimes you can just learn interesting things about how people feel unencumbered by just letting it flow like it does. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I guess it was some bonding for you guys. I don't know.
I wish Chicago Mike was there.
I still don't. I got to go back and listen. I don't think I have actually heard one of an old Chicago Mike's tape, so I've got to do that over the weekend.
Yes, it's he was only there for. I mean, here's the thing about Chicago Mike. He left such a lasting presence, even though he was only in the den for maybe a week or two. I don't even know if it was that long, but the calls were very interesting, and I don't know if we've had an Asian caller since Chicago Mike, unless I've just missed out or maybe forgot somebody. But Yeah,
We've had a couple, but not really stayed too long.
They were
Like, wasn't there Asian Persuasion?
I don't know. I know it's white persuasion. I don't know about Asian persuasion.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's right. All right. But, yeah, interesting. Hey, I just realized that I've been in the den like 18 months.
Oh, so that's what's happening. The time flies by. I guess it doesn't seem like what I was saying. April, I think 235 was April 6th. I think makes 3 total years that the den has been around. So you've been here for a significant chunk of time in the den.
Yeah. It's amazing how much, I mean, the little engine that could is doing.
Yeah.
Oh, what is Heidi saying? I can't, it's going by too fast for me to read it.
Usual Heidi stuff, racist shit.
Oh, man. It's funny. I mean, we shouldn't laugh because she's so politically incorrect. She's correct, but...
Oh, so you said you were playing video games. What game were you playing?
I don't know. It was probably some sort of whatever, like solitaire or just something to just kind of like pass the time.
Mm-hmm.
Usually play solitaire every day, and then a couple of the mind word search games.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If I'm going to play the ops games and things like that, I like doing it on the Xbox.
I was trying to. I think I started playing some game last night and I ended up cutting it off and going to sleep. Okay.
I'll tell you, it took me a long time to get into Call of Duty, though.
So what got you interested in that?
Well, the fact is, I mean, I've been shooting guns since I was, 16, 17. But the thing is doing it with a video controller and actually doing it with a gun, it really took me a long time for the coordination difference. Mm-hmm. And so just the moving about and that kind of thing, once I got that part down, it was pretty okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm hit or miss with the Call of Duties. I know they just released a new one. I haven't really fooled with it. I downloaded it, but I hadn't played it.
Yeah, I'm going back to Call of Duty 1. My favorite game will always be Donkey Kong.
You're talking about like
old school.
Old school Donkey Kong. Mario trying to save the princess Donkey Kong.
Yeah, the original, like way back when he goes down into the tunnels and all that. Or Mario and Luigi. I mean, I still like being PG on a lot of things, but I don't mind, watching some of the other ones. So, I just don't get into all the, what do they call it, like Sims lives and all the...
Oh, man, we had an argument about this with, who was it, Professor Trill, and who was it? It was somebody else. Who was the other person that they played The Sims? Was it Wise?
If I want to have an alternate reality, I mean, I don't need to do it with video characters. Yeah. I can read a book for that.
But it's so much more fun though to see the visuals when they're unpredictable. Yeah, that was a Soft Sports chat. That was a Soft Sports Discord we were in. I'm trying to remember who had that conversation, and Professor Trill demeaned us for playing The Sims. So he's a mean person.
It's just not for me. You know what I mean? I don't. Hey, different strokes, different folks. I've always said that. So, but yeah, I've been probably on long enough, so I will definitely let everybody else in to. Hey, on a side note, I mean, I know it's kind of like catching up with what's going on with the week, but what's your favorite video game if you play video games?
Oh, that's a tough one. A favorite video game?
It doesn't have to be your favorite, but it's like one that you will go back to no matter what, and it doesn't have to be generally a favorite. I have one that it's this little, like, I don't know, I can't even think of the name of it right at the moment, but I play it like a couple of times a day, and it drives me crazy because I only get like five lives, and when I die I have to wait 30 minutes, but it's one that I keep going back to because it pushes me to do that. But it's not my favorite.
Yeah, I do like Hitman High. I'm glad you reminded me. I guess because I haven't really played in a little bit, and my memory's real. I wouldn't say short term right now. I'm just thinking. Uh, more recent stuff. Yeah, I do like the Hitman games. You know, I'm terrible at them. I like the sniper shit. And what's the other one?
I do too, actually.
It's what's the other one? Hey, we're talking. Um, I guess throwback like the Age of Empires. I used to me and Shaq Kush used to play a lot of Age of Empires like way back in the day, and then since they kind of remade it and updated it, I'm super rusty. I don't really remember anything, but I still play because it's fun.
That's pretty cool. I've actually gotten into looking at that, and that is pretty cool.
Hmm.
So I've done a little bit of a lot of them, but never mastered any of them. So I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to let somebody else come in, and that's kind of all I've got for tonight.
Okay. Well, Miss Bell, I appreciate you calling in, getting the party started. The bell has rung and class is in session, and I hope you get 100% better soon.
Yeah, we're getting there. And hopefully maybe we will have it done over the weekend. That would be kind of cool.
Okay. We'll see. Like I said, just depending on how some things fall in line, we may make that happen.
Oh, just the last thought. We were doing the Rumbles on Tuesdays. The three-way calls on Tuesdays.
Yeah, the den debates, yes.
And then Thursdays we were doing the karaoke. So I was just letting you know that, reminding you that we did have a schedule, and I kind of liked it.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you back. Like I said, I'm gonna look at a couple of things and just see how we fall in line. And like I say, I'm trying to see who has beef, and then go from there. Because usually, if everybody's getting along, then the den debates are kind of slow.
Yeah, but on a side note, I can totally understand why you'd want to do the karaoke in the Discord, especially with the copyright.
Grace donated $10.
That would make a
I
huge
want to
difference.
whip Salisa's dumbass.
Anyway, what the hell are they doing? I got to get back to the board.
That was unexpected. Miss Grace. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. You Miss Grace with a very interesting message. So.
Okay. Well, it was obviously not for public eyes because I don't see it. So.
Well, it should pop up. If it hadn't popped up, it should pop up soon.
Okay. All right then.
You have a good evening.
And by the way, John, yeah, that's a no to that film. He knows what he said earlier in the den. Mm-hmm. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay. No, I have no
idea. Right.
I don't think I want to ask.
No, you don't.
Okay. All right. Okay, Ms.
Good night, Honcho.
You have a good evening.
All right, bye.
Obviously, I'm missing out on something. Some inside jokes you don't need to be in on. Appreciate the love, Eastside. Appreciate the love, K Grace. I'm gonna have to find out what is going on with Mr. Solis. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have called into the den this evening?
It's Chill here.
Chill, how you doing this evening, Mr. Chill?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
No, good, man. No complaints. Life is good.
Yeah. But anyway, I was just wondering. I saw you tweeted something a couple times about this. What's that whole thing going on with Oprah?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it ain't a real thing, but somebody had apparently said that they were digging up one of her properties and that there was a tunnel under there, and they were saying that she had got arrested, and it turned out to be fictitious. She just told me she was on lockdown, but she may have a cell phone in jail, and so she may be fooling people. Nah, it's a bunch of conspiracy theory stuff. But I'm glad you said something, because I have something I definitely have to talk about that I fucking forgot about. Oh, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, so it turned out to be a false rumor, but people were saying that she was involved in child trafficking, but I still believe it. Sometimes you just want to believe things, and she's just had too many connections with well-known predators, and if we're going to use the term by the people who've accused them as such, and the same people that she associates with, she could be a segue between them and their dirty deeds.
I think, if we're going to be honest, I think a lot of powerful people are pedophiles. Like, I think a lot of powerful people are. If you look at the if you look what's been going on in Hollywood for so many years and how they have been covering that shit up,
Mm-hmm.
and you look around and you look up and like that whole Roman Polanski thing that happened a while ago, like he was caught raping a child, and then he fled out of America, and then you get these actors and actresses feeling sorry for him that he's going to jail or whatever.
Yeah, they're friends.
And you have, yeah, and you also have in England, you also have this whole thing going on where I forgot what their main how their whole like thing rolls with the political parties and all that, but there was like a quote a lot of powerful people that would like a part of a ring, and there's rumors that's still going on today, and obviously you also have the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing that I'm surprised people are still not talking about it, unless it's just old news or whatever.
Nobody wants to die in their cell, allegedly. Nobody just wants to be offed one day randomly.
There's people say that he's probably still alive. He's just probably hiding somewhere. I mean, you gotta somehow keep the kids coming in. So.
Oh yeah, that was their plug. That's terrible. That's terrible. And so how do you? I mean, so how do you feel like even? I guess we're tying it in. Like, what do you think about like the Weinstein situation? Do you think that he forced himself upon those women? Do you think it was a mutual exchange and those women just didn't get what they want? Do you think it was consenting? Just how do you feel about the whole outcome?
About the whole Weinstein thing, like with him being convicted?
Yes.
And all that?
Do you think he was really doing that, or do you think that it was just people who weren't too keen or weren't too happy with the outcome of what they were hoping for?
I believe it, because look at what he's surrounded with, and he's surrounded and he's part of a lot of powerful people, and the fact that this has been going on for years and there's evidence of it actually happening. Just Hollywood. It's Hollywood. It's like the place where there's a lot of sex, drugs, and alcohol and all that shit, and people who think that they're, they have that kind of status. You have to admit they can get away with a lot of shit. Like, you see how some of these celebrities like commit these kind of crimes where an average person would probably get like, a couple months in jail, but then they end up just getting community service. It's like these, like, I don't mean to get like, Jussie Smollett, exactly. I love that Dave Chappelle segment. That was funny. That was hilarious. But yeah, and he's now actually back in court now with Chicago. They're now trying to pursue that case again. But you see these celebrities, they get off so easily on some other shit, so it's not a surprise that Weinstein was getting away with, harassing and sexually assaulting women for decades in the Hollywood industry. I think he, well, obviously he's going to prison, but I think he still has some other cases to settle. With his age and with his supposed conditions, even though I don't know if that's real or not. I don't know if that's just a show of try to pull the sympathy card or whatever. But he's going to be, no matter what kind of sentence he gets, it's a life sentence for him.
It's a wrap for him. Definitely a wrap for him.
Isn't Oprah connected with Harvey Weinstein?
They're like bestest buddies. She got all kind of pictures kissing on his cheeks and hugging up with him, and at this place and that place with him. And I find it real funny. Gail has access to all this. Why doesn't she interview Oprah and make her say some negative stuff about Weinstein? Like, they did the Copester. I think it's only fair. She's a good close friend. She could tell us. She could give us the inside scoop. It's all about journalism. So why not go to the source of one of his very, very good friends?
I mean, didn't she like introduce one of her actress friends to him, and she ended up being one of the victims?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know anything about that.
I
So
heard something about that, but I don't know. I may be confusing that person with someone else. But anyway, but one more thing I would like to say and talk about real quick is if everyone PSA calling the coronavirus the Chinese or the Wuhan virus is not racist. I
no.
don't get why we some people have to argue with me about it. Like I literally just posted it on my Snapchat. I'm like, hey, calling the coronavirus the Chinese or the Wuhan virus is not racist.
No.
Because again, Chinese is not even a race; it's a nationality. That's the funny part about it.
So I mean, do we have to stop calling
And
it Chinese food? If that's the case, if that's a problem?
maybe call it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there was actually people trying to change the name of the Spanish flu.
Yeah, I saw that they wanted to change it to the something. What was it, 1812 influenza or something like that? Whatever year it was, I
Yeah,
don't remember.
it was around during World War One. It was like U.S. soldiers that contracted it when they were in the trenches, and they came back to the United States and they gave it to other people, and that became an epidemic.
Crazy.
Kind of weird.
Yeah,
Pretty interesting.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and if you go and you look, if you go and you look at all of these viruses and diseases that have come, they're generally named after the area where they originated. I had posted a thing I think in the Discord where a lot of the names came from different things, and so it's nothing different than that. But again, we live in this age of social justice. And I don't even see how this is social justice. Fucking shit came from fucking China. It's where the outbreak started. That's where everything was fucking happening. But yet we can't. You can't tell the truth now. The truth is fucking offensive nowadays. That's the problem. That's where we are now. Like if you tell the truth about something, it's offensive. The people are offended. Like it's a sad state of
Well,
affairs. Like people want to be lied to. You have a large part of the population just want to make me feel good about whatever the fuck it is that I shouldn't be feeling good about. And it's wild.
well, that's why people have come up with this phrase like "my truth." Like, and whenever I hear someone say "my truth," I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm just gonna go into a debate where it's never gonna end."
Yeah.
Because when you say "my truth," then that's most likely not the truth.
Yeah, my truth
That's only such.
and opinion. Yeah, it's fucking shit. It's all craziness. We live in a
But no,
crazy
after
world.
after I like posted that on my Snapchat, some people were like coming at me. I'm like, well, what's the problem? I mean, I'm just calling it what it is. It came from China. It came from Wuhan, China. So why can't we call it that? I mean, again, I have to explain to people that the coronavirus is not a specific name. It's just the kind of virus it is. It's the kind of disease that is a family of viruses.
Yeah.
And people forget about it, but CNN and all those mainstream media outlets were calling it the Chinese Wuhan coronavirus way before people were started calling it racist.
Yes.
But hey, I mean, I guess since Trump started saying it, I guess they decided like, hey, we need to switch our narrative and start saying that's right.
Because I think I told y'all about the thing I read. It was a fucking Chinese fucking doctor who got mad and tried to, like I say, virtue signal or whatever you want to call it. Some guy only a racist would call it the Wuhan virus, and then like somebody went back and scrolled through his little Twitter feed or whatever, and like maybe 7 to 10 days prior, he called it the fucking Wuhan virus. Like and so it's just like people are looking like they're looking for something to get upset about. If the thing that they get angriest about isn't really working, and they realize, damn it, they figured out a way to solve this issue, or it's not as big of an issue. Well, let me find something else to bitch about. And again, if you call it something else, they fucking come up with another name. They're going to continue. People who want to be upset are addicted to being upset, so they're going to perpetually look for the next thing to complain about, the next thing to get frustrated about, the next thing to be upset about. Like, excuse me. They're addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? They're addicted to fucking being upset. Like, they don't know how to live a normal life at this point if they don't have something to complain about so that they can, bitch and make excuses as to why, nothing's going right, or they're not being successful, or they're not achieving anything. So they need something to be distracted by that they can use as a crutch.
Mm-hmm. Well, personally, I think it's just people trying to score political points.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this virus was politicized from the start. Ever since it started becoming a problem for America, it's just started becoming this big politicization kind of thing. And obviously they probably won't show it out loud, but they personally, even deep in their inner circles, are loving it because the economy is now going down and it's wiping all Trump's gains he had since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bill Maher was caught on. I mean, Bill Maher, you can find it. Bill Maher said it on his show that he literally admitted that he wouldn't mind having a recession again if it meant taking down Trump.
Yeah, and that's where we are now, and that's what people are celebrating and validating. Like, it took a fucking quote, like, and again, you got people who play both sides of it. It took a worldwide epidemic in which people complain, he didn't respond fast enough to, and now that he's putting out whatever resources and things to try to resolve it, and there's collateral damage. Now it's the economy's tanking. Let's celebrate that. What you got to understand is, and then people also talk about, the thing that bothers me too is, again, like I said, it's important, but I don't, like I say, I don't care to an extent of, political parties and stuff. But the thing that I've been seeing is, y'all complain about Bernie and his ideas, but now that's what they're doing. It's a fucking state of emergency. Do you see what it takes? Like, what people are not parlaying into it is that it takes people being out of work for this to be a valid reason to do this. So if y'all want this to be a permanent thing where nobody fucking works, which seems like what people want, and you want nothing on the fucking store shelves, then yeah, the fucking government's going to have to give you money. And then once people get incentivized to not do shit, you're going to have a lot less production. You're going to have a lot less fucking, everything, like the convenience that you have, because what you're going to have is you're going to have the people who don't want to work these low-level jobs because they think they're too good for it, and plus the government's going to give them a check to not do anything. Other people like, I just came from Wingstop. Nobody's going to want to work at Wingstop. Nobody's going to want to work. I don't know if they make minimum wage. Let me not say that. But jobs where minimum wage and stuff like that is being paid, nobody's going to want to work that because they would rather get their government check. And so life is going to be a lot more inconvenient. Wages, prices and things are going to go up. It's not going to be this fucking utopian society that people fucking think it is, and that's what I'm saying. Just because of this temporary situation where they may possibly get a $1,000 check. Let's be realistic. If you got nothing going in, yeah, $1,000 is helpful, but $1,000 is not a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's really not. And so, like I say, it's crazy because depending on where you're working, what you got going on, you may not. If you're making minimum wage, you put in a 40-hour minimum wage job, you're only seeing a couple $100. So it sounds significant. You know what I mean? It's a plus, but it's not sustainable over the long term, and it really just, in my opinion, doesn't make any sense. And then what's going to happen is, you're going to see more situations like McDonald's with the digital cashiers, basically the little I can't even think of the name of it right now, but basically where you go up and do it yourself, and people are going to not have any jobs, and so people are going to be very upset about it, with this whole belief, but. Right now it's an emergency, and in an emergency situation, it's necessary. You know what I mean? But you can't fucking thousands, a lot of money. I don't know if you spend on use of shit, yeah, it's not. Here's the thing. Yeah, what you say is correct. What you said is correct. But to the average American, and because you got to think about it, it's motherfuckers who get these fucking. It's people, I don't know how they finesse their taxes and things, but they get tens of thousands of dollars back. And within a month and a half, they're wiped out. You know what I mean? So if you're giving these same people simply $1,000, what's going to happen? And so, again, now if you take that and utilize it in the right direction, and take advantage of opportunities that are created in a situation like this, well then, that $1,000 can become something very special over the long term. If you're willing to to do the right things with it. So I feel you, man. It's just people are upset with Trump for any and everything. Like I say, I'm not in love with the guy. I don't hate the guy. Let's just take things as what it is. Right now, he's the president, and I don't have a real issue with how things have been handled.
I mean, I don't love the guy either. I mean, do I think he's perfect? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do I think he's not that bad? Absolutely. I think people fail. I think people, listen to like the mainstream media like CNN or look at Washington Post or the New York Times, and they don't ever think for themselves. It's just all this media does is just wants you to think like the way they do.
Yes.
They don't want people to think for themselves because once people start thinking for themselves and start looking at other shit, then they lose a viewer.
Yeah.
And they lose and once they start losing those viewers, that's the less amount of power they don't have anymore.
Correct. And that's the thing. People start waking up and thinking for themselves. But we live in a day and age where overall that's not going to be an issue because we're training the kids to look at the little square boxes as soon as they can hold a fucking bottle, and that's what I said blows my mind that people will put a phone, a tablet, or whatever in a baby's hands as soon as it can grip, and that's what they're going to believe. They're going to believe anything that comes out of the fucking thing because that's what they're going to trust more than they're going to trust these fucking boxes. They're going to trust these little squares more than their parents, more than anything, all these little digital devices because they spend more time with that shit than anything else. And then you live in a day and age where people don't want to work as hard. They don't want to do so. Where they're going to lean. And so they're going to lean from information from their little digital device, generally to the side that's going to say, we're going to give you this and give you that because you deserve it. And then you're going to have a whole crowd of, a whole generation of very left-leaning people. I think that's going to come very soon, or at least in the next decade or so. I think it's going to be real tough to get away from the liberal ideologies that are going to overtake America within, I'd say, the next 10 to 15 years.
The more you think about it, Idiocracy is starting to become very, very accurate.
Yeah, man, I've been saying I'm going to watch that movie for the fucking longest, and I haven't. And I know it's a movie I would definitely enjoy. Because I think Mike Judge is hilarious. But
I will admit though, I haven't watched Office Space yet, and I really want to watch it.
Office Space is good. Office Space is probably up there for one of my favorite movies.
Well, when I say by watch, I mean I didn't watch the full movie. Like I remember my parents showing me. I remember certain parts of the movie. I remember my favorite one always was the one where they take the printer and they have.
They beat the shit out of that fucking printer. That was an old punk ass printer though. It deserved it. That shit is hilarious. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Nobody fucking locks his window. Oh my god, that's a great fucking movie.
But anyway, Honcho, I'm done here. I'm gonna let other people get their calls in. Get their thoughts on what's going on in today's crazy world. So yeah, and I mean, I say at the end of every call, y'all know what to do. Subscribe to the Den. Subscribe to Saw Sports as always, and I'll catch y'all on the next stream.
All right, Mr. Chill HD, I appreciate it, sir. You stay careful out there, and I appreciate you for calling in.
No problem, and I can't wait for your video on what your plan is.
Oh yes, the plan. Yeah, I definitely will be working on that over the weekend, and I definitely got to get that out because it's time to set some things right in this city.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see what it is.
All right, sir.
But anyway, y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe out there, and enjoy life.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you for calling.
No problem. Good night.
So, have y'all heard about the non-binary superheroes? Right? Of course, they're black. That's just, we need more black superheroes, so you got to make them black non-binary superheroes. And here's the thing of like all the fucking names, right? They went and got the weakest two names I've ever heard. And they're trying to turn these terms into, I guess, I don't even know what their powers are. Snowflake and safe space. Yes, Louis 17. Like the, oh my God. Right. And one, you can clearly tell should be the male is the pink one, and the one that should probably be the female is the blue one. And the man has earrings, and the other one just it looks weird. They're not overly defined in any kind of way. I don't know if they're romantic partners or something, because I think I seen one picture where they look all kind of huggy. So they're twins, right? Because they look like they were like hooking up or something on one of the pictures. I didn't know they were twins. They just look real similar, right? So my thing is just like, wow, that's the easy way to do it. I also had a question, right? So the other day, I was watching the news, so just trying to see if anything was breaking. I think I might have been watching, a Trump presser or something like that. And maybe before it, or it might have, because like sometimes I flip back and forth. Like I say, I watch both channels. I watch Fox, I watch CNN. Sometimes I flip it on MSNBC the least. If I'm watching news, I want to make sure I catch, everything to try to have a fair and balanced approach. And saw this fucking commercial for some form of HIV medication. Can anybody guess who the main the person starring in that commercial? Can they guess what they were? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Apparently, I'm from New York, according to that dumbass Solis.
New York Grace.
Yes, and apparently, after I thought we got the shit straightened out before, New York was part of the New England colonies.
No, wait, so this happened again?
Yeah, and on Facebook. Let me tell you, there's some little butt pirate on your Facebook page, some ugly butt pirate, a struggling freaking actor that lives in Chicago, and I went and peeked all up and down his page. It says, I hate Trump. Everything's I hate Trump, I hate Trump. So if I put something up there, he'll come for me. So this time he put something up there, and Jared and somebody else said their piece. And then Solis comes on and says, don't listen to them, fuck them, everybody's got an opinion, this, that, another. And I said, from the guy that thinks that, and he said Trump does say a lot of dumb things. And I said to Solis, you're a fine one to talk, from a guy that thinks that New York is one of the New England colonies. Well, it is. This, that, another. I said, well, then prove it to me. Put it up there. That dumbass goes and gets something, a screenshot, and puts all 13 colonies up there. And was all proud. They were giving each other virtual high fives and everything. I said, that's like Dumb and Dumber. Then the guy said something about a girl. You know what I mean? And the guy, what he said was the other thing about Trump was something about bending over, getting on his knees and things like that there. I said, you talked about bending over, getting on the knees, and Solis come a-running. You know what I mean? So you brought it up first, and the guy said something about girth, and I said, you probably don't even have girth on your dick. You know what I mean? So it's easy to slide up somebody's butthole. They pissed me off for that bullshit. Solis has come for me 3 times. I live by this. 1, 2, 3, strikes you out. You don't have another time to do shit to me, because I don't let people get away with shit. And he told me I should know because I'm from New York. I said, I'm not from New York. John was from New York. Remember the one that you were supposed to slap? Okay. Oh my God, I can't stand going back and forth with people. I'll say it again. Let me say it again. I don't pretend to know everything, but I know what I know.
Correct.
Got that? And that's it. If I have any questions, if I want to talk about religion, one person that I wouldn't even get into a debate with is Broderick. Because if I wanted to learn anything about the Bible and things and religion and things like that, I would go to Broderick. You
Man.
mean that's not my lane? That's
I
Broderick's
don't
lane.
know. Broderick don't know what he be talking about.
Yeah, yeah, we can
Broderick
have
just be
opinions
talking.
about things, but the facts about what's in there, that's Broderick's lane, and I'd leave that alone. So I'm a New Englander. Don't be coming up here trying to tell me shit about what a New England state is or what it was back then. There was 4 back then, there's 6 now, because Massachusetts was all of Maine, and it was Vermont also. And so afterwards they divided up and went from 4 to 6. So that's about it. So we just went back and forth. We were going in back and forth. Plus, I was in a pissy mood, too, because my little pot for the sewing machine didn't come in yet. Normally, when I check my tracking, if it lands in Providence, Rhode Island that morning, I get it later on in the day. My little piece is called a walking foot on the for the sewing machine. It hit New York. It hit Providence like 2 days ago. So I was all excited. I'm going to get it today, and it still didn't come, because I'm trying to finish that quilt. Yeah. So we laid it all out. I did the batting. I sprayed it, with a silicone spray, so it doesn't shift. And then I had a bunch of big giant safety pins to safety pin everything in place so that when that piece comes in, hopefully tomorrow, I can just finish it off and put the binder on and everything, because I'm one of those people, Honcho. When I have a project and I'm very task-oriented. If I need to get something done, I don't like anybody or anything in my way stopping me or slowing me down. Yeah. And that's why I do a lot of things by myself. I won't ask for help. I'll do it myself because I don't like to listen to people make excuses. Oh, I can't this time. Oh, I'll help you, but I don't know. And this, that, and other. I don't have time for that. I really don't. Yeah. So people think I'm really bossy because I'm a one-man band. I would do it all. And then when people ask me, when I put the first anniversary of 9/11, right down the street from my house, there must have been 400 people out there. So the politicians came there. Who organized it? I did it single-handedly by myself.
Oh,
had everything: the microphones, the singers, the people reciting the poem one. Everything. I did it all by myself because I don't have time to wait for people. I don't wait for people. I'm never late. Never used an alarm clock in my life. Never been late. Boom! Don't bother me with that bullshit. And I don't like that when people say, oh, Nick, colored people's time. You know what I mean? That's a negative stereotype that I am not going to live by. It's not cute. I'm not doing it. But after all of that, thank God I'm talking to you. I feel so much better.
Well, I'm glad. So with the part, you say, so that's basically the last thing you're saying, that to finish off your quilt, or like what?
Yeah. Yes, and I'll put a picture. And Belle, when we talked about it one time before we made mention of it, I thank her for that. You know what I mean? And then just Sarah, when I sent her part of it, Sarah, oh, Miss Grace, it's going to be so beautiful. And then it was Lady Licious that finished me up. Lady Licious said, Miss Grace, you got this. I cut up my granddaughter's old clothes. I cut up 1,000,000 5x5 squares, 2.5 by 2.5 squares, and then 2.5 by 5 rectangles, and join them all together and measure. And like I said, I'm not a math person, and I call my seam ripper now Mr. Trill, because I was so proud. I was so proud the other day in discourse when I brought it up. I'm like, oh, sometimes I feel funny, Honcho, because I'm older and I don't want to go in discourse because I feel like intruding on the man cave.
No.
You know what I mean? So I might peek in and then I step out. So when I mentioned it and Trill said, oh, I know what a seam ripper is, and he told me some stories, I was just so proud. You know what I mean? So I was going to put it on the Facebook and okay, this is Mr. Trill. He's getting put away now.
Yeah, Professor Trill took home ec in high school, so he's all right.
Yeah, that's right on. I don't see how these girls can do anything without it, because once you learn that stuff, you just never forget it, But
well, here's the one thing,
that's
though. Don't ever feel like you're into the Discord. Is for anybody at any time. Like I said, if you feel like chiming in, you have something you want to say, even if you're just listening in, everybody is welcome to their thoughts. That's the whole point, so that everybody can be part of the conversation. I know that sometimes the men's conversation can get interesting, but everybody's welcome to share their thoughts, on that platform.
Okay, thank you. Like I woke, how I go to sleep, I wake up, I get and I was listening, and that nosy ass Big M said, Kay Grace is in here.
Fucking Big M.
Big M. Yeah, he's a trip. But no, for these Corona days, I said I was trying to patronize the local restaurants because I've been saying that they need us. Yeah. They had to order that food and everything way in advance. They can't keep it for more than a certain amount of time. You mean the food has to be the right temperature of cold, the right temperature of hot. Things got to be cleaned with certain kind of disinfectants. The restaurant business is one of the most difficult businesses. So every other day, I've been trying to patronize, you know what I mean, our local restaurants around here to kind of like help them out a bit.
Yeah.
You know. But and then I'm tired of, and the other thing on that Facebook page is like that the stock market, you know, it's gone down. Things are messed up right now. And this guy got on there and was gloating. You know, the people that hate Trump, they start gloating. They don't care if people are dying. They don't care if the stock market crashes. They're just happy, like, oh, we got him now. We tried everything. We got him now. Gloating like that, and I don't like that. So that kind of triggered me, and I went in.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
you know, I don't like that gloating bullshit.
And it's crazy because you got a lot of people who live in America and, you know, may not have the best interest of the country at stake if their team is not winning, you know. And I've seen it go on,
right.
Both sides. I've seen it go both ways. But I think overall, you know, I think you have more right-leaning people are, you know, kind of America first. You know, they want what's best for the country. You know, maybe other things, other ideologies that they don't accept so much. I think I've seen more on the left, and again, I think it's not everybody. It's certain pockets of it, because I'd be a fool to sit here and say that there are, you know, left-leaning members in the military and all of this stuff, and obviously they love their country if they're, you know, willing to put their life on the line for it, for the most part, I think, or maybe they get out of a bad situation. I don't know everybody's story, but I've seen certain pockets of people who, you know, have no interest, have no concern for it, not really realizing that you are blessed and extremely fortunate. You know, what did they say in the video? That you won the genetic lottery, or not the genetic lottery. You won the I forgot what lottery, how they defined it, but basically to be born.
That's right.
In America, because you have so many benefits, so many opportunities. Like I said, you could be in one of these other places where I don't think people really understand how bad it is. I'm not saying every other place is terrible, but you have a lot of advantages, a lot more opportunity here to change your life, to improve your life, or just have access to better things than you would, you know, had you been born somewhere else. And I think that's what people have to take advantage of. I don't think people look at it like that. I think they look at more so what they're missing out on, or what they didn't get, what wasn't put in their hands, as opposed to the potential. And that's the beauty of America. It's not what you do or don't have. It's what you can achieve.
That's right.
You know, if you're willing to do so. Other countries don't even have those options. Some places, you know, wherever you're born, that's where you stay. You know.
And you know, you're right. And a lot of these people that act this way haven't been many places. You mean, and they have our local Facebook page. A couple of young girls went to Cabo Verde, and they've been stuck there. They can't get back. You mean, they shut down everything, and they're miserable. The girls started to cry the other day. I remember when I was stuck in France one time. You mean, it's a miserable feeling. Wherever I go, I tell you, Honcho, when I come home, I want to kiss the ground of America. You mean, because you can't call and tell on anybody. The men can treat you any kind of way. They don't have to have hot water for you. It's going to be lukewarm when you take a bird bath. You can't pick up the phone and call OSHA or the Board of Health. You mean, you can't call the police and tell on anybody. You mean, because they stick together. They feel that we have too much, and so they gloat when bad things happen to us. I see it. And being a black woman and traveling, a lot of people feel really comfortable talking that crazy shit to me. Yeah, because they think I'm one of the black people that I don't love my country. My father was a military man, and I am a patriotic bitch. I love my country. You mean? And I don't like anybody that doesn't like it. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. It's as simple as that. You have the greatest freedom of all. Get the fuck out. That's all to it. You know, and then the people that do the complaining, they're not contributing much. There's two categories of people. You have the ones that contribute and they don't complain. They never woe is me in, none of that stuff. You mean, this isn't good. I mean, it's not hurting me. I have what I need. You mean, and what did I do? I went and bought more stocks and things. Is it doing great right now? You mean, some of it was in the red. I said, I'll get it at this price and I'll just let it sit there. You mean, Trump makes good comebacks. You mean, and then it'll do well. I got 8 different ones. You know, and that's what I was sitting there looking at, 8 different ones. You know, and I said, and I would just leave it there. You know, you just try to do your part to help out. You're not sitting there complaining, waiting for a motherfucking check, because the people that are waiting for a check, let me tell you what, they'll be broke 2 weeks later again, looking for another check. That's the way it is. I have friends that way. I have family members, and I live in Looney Tune, freaking liberal Massachusetts, and practically everyone's like this. They get on my goddamn nerves.
And that's wild. Yeah, the check thing is wild. The way people have been responding to that. Do you think even if some of these people that are anti-Trump get the checks, do you think that they'll respond any differently, or do you think that they feel like they're owed that money?
They're just get over kind of people. If they're giving away some free food, if they're giving away some free money, if they're giving away free anything, they're the kind of people they just want shit for free all the time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They complain. They're not the people that get out there and volunteer in the community and help out and clean up the papers down, you know what I mean, outside and stuff like that there. They're not those kind of people for the most part. And I'm not saying everybody. Yeah, but get outside your house. Have some curb appeal. You mean, Honcho, when I was coming up, we were so poor, we didn't have a yard with grass in it. And remember I told you I used to sell the most Girl Scout cookies, but I would not go to camp. So my sisters and them would all go to camp because I liked being home acting like an only child. My mother was by herself with 7 kids. And there was one point that we lived in 2 bedrooms. My mother slept in a full-size bed with my sisters Brenda and Andrea, the 2 oldest girls, and then the rest of us kids all slept. We had a bunk bed plus a twin bed. We were the 3 babies, me, Sandra, and they slept in the top bunk all together. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to be home by myself. I would go and rake that dirt. And you know how you turn it over so it looks dark again?
Yes.
And sit in the window and admire how I made the lines and everything look so pretty. I would walk home from school because they started that integration, and my friends got to go to the black school. I had to go to the white school. I was mad at first, but I had to go through those neighborhoods where the people had the nicer yards. I used to steal flowers out of their yards. Was too dumb to know that I needed the roots too. You know what I mean? And then come home and plant them in my yard and be so proud. I'd rake that dirt and plant those flowers. You know what I mean? And sit in the window and admire what I did, the work I did, and then wait. 3 hours later, those flowers were dead because I didn't know any better. You know what I mean? Really, Honcho, even when I moved out on my own, there was a couple of yards that I moved to, and they didn't have grass. I got out there and tilled my own soil, planted my own seeds, so that my kids, I wanted them to have a yard with grass in it because I didn't, and with flowers, and that's why I do the things. I always changed my color scheme coming up the walkway. Sometimes I did black and white tulips. You know, sometimes in the front, you know, I have the warm colors, and then halfway, you know, up to the back, you know, I have the cool colors. Yeah, I do that. It was just a couple of years ago that I went with perennials because I can't be sitting there and planting and changing the color scheme all the time. You know, and that's why even with this quilt that I'm making, there's a whole story to it. You know what I mean? It's all of her clothes. I used to buy her Kate Mack dresses, boutique-style dresses, my vintage baby, the Corky clothes and things. I cut those all up, plus all the vacations we went on. I cut out, you know what I mean, like Punta Cana, when we went, where else? Bermuda, Jamaica. So all of that's in there. It tells a story. So when I was talking to you all the other day, where my people are from Cabo Verde, when I put it together, I looked at it and said, wait a minute, my grandparents' islands, I sold it together, Brava and San Vicente, but it's hanging off the side of the bed. And I'm like, oh, man, you know what I mean? So I sat there. When I was talking to you, I remember I told you I went downstairs, sat on the floor with the seam ripper, and I sat there talking to you guys, and I took that ending piece all the way off, cleaned out all the loose threads, ironed it flat, and then the middle piece that was in there that wasn't as meaningful, I took all that out, you know what I mean? And then I took the part with Cabo Verde, I put it in the middle and put the other part at the end. So when I'm dead and gone, my granddaughter can see that's our center. Cabo Verde off the west coast of Africa, that's where our people are from, you know what I mean? And that's what I want on the middle of the bed. So I fixed it, did it all over again. And then on the edge, I'm putting the binding. It's got to be cranberry because we are the cranberry people because that's what we grow around here. You know, so it's all got a story and it has meaning. You know, it all has meaning. It tells a story. She can read it. So I'm going to stitch together, do embroidery, a little message to her, and I'm going to sew it into the quilt and just let a little piece of it hang out. You know.
That's cool.
But yep, that's about it. But and then she was supposed to go down to see, she liked those Korean kids, and she had a concert to go down in New Jersey, so my daughter it was canceled. I told my daughter it was going to be canceled. She was taking the 2 little girls that were taking the train down. Well, postponed. So now my daughter can't get her money back from the train, but I got them 2 nights at the hotel right across from the venue at the courtyard. So I said tomorrow I can cancel that. That's no problem. But all kinds of little things. So I'm trying to, at this time where everybody's feeling a little miserable, and today, for some reason, I took a detour and I went down the beach, and I just wanted to sit down there and thank God for a wonderful life. Thank God for you, because my daughter thinks it's the cutest thing ever, how much I love me some Honcho. Because Honcho, I try to be nice and like everybody, but I don't like them a lot. You know what I mean? I don't like anybody a lot. But I said, I like Honcho a lot. I have my little thing on, and I'm sitting there pinning and everything. My daughter, my mother loves her some Honcho. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's right, and I don't care who don't like it.
That I love Miss Grace, too. Miss Grace,
thank you.
You have been a wonderful addition to the Den community. And even outside that, Miss Grace has been a wonderful addition to my life. So I definitely have love for Miss Grace, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like, okay, maybe I'm just too old, and the kids are. And you know what? And trying to teach people
Grace
to be resourceful.
donated $10 through Super Chat.
When I
Grace is feeling better after talking to her leader. Thank you, Honcho.
Fabric
Smiley
right from the
face.
little the 5 and dime store for like 25 cents, 50 cents. Get some fabric that didn't even match. It had flowers on it, and we sold it on the bottom. That's how our jeans were. I said, with our babies, when they had speedy pajamas, that kid wore that till they were 2 years old, Honcho. Because as the kid grew, you cut off the feet, and then it went around their ankles. The kid grew some more, then it looked like pedal pushers. The kid grew some more, came up to their knees. The kid grew some more, it became, pretty soon they were Daisy Dukes. But you know what? That kid wore that for a lot of years. I like being resourceful. Remember I told you it doesn't matter how much money you make, how much do you get to keep?
Exactly.
I didn't have to buy hardly any fabric to make my granddaughter that quilt. Because there was clothes everywhere. I just cut them all up. That's it.
And that's the thing. That's the sad thing. It's a beautiful thing what you're doing. And Miss M. Grace just left a message. But I think it's a beautiful thing, because I think now you have, we've talked about a lot of different situations, but you have some of these younger generations, the extra young grandmas, and grandma might be 38 these days, and they don't have those skills. They don't have a story to tell. They don't, they can't do things like that. Yeah, you can buy video games, you can do all these things, but those heartfelt, handmade things from the heart, like, it's something that only, like you say, only your granddaughter will have. Nobody can buy that. Nobody can replicate that.
Right.
And it's genuine.
Right.
It's the time that's put into it. So I think that's a beautiful thing. Like I say, and she's very blessed to have you.
Yeah, she loves it. She thinks it's beautiful. But I cannot wait to show just Sarah and Miss Bell and Lady Licious. Because Lady Licious said, I want a quote. And I thought about it. Maybe I go, shit, I ain't never doing this shit again. Ever again.
Yeah, the Lady Licious don't get nothing. Lady Licious and Broderick, I got my eye on them. See, they've been up to some shenanigans. So I owe Lady Licious and Broderick.
Yeah. I know. There's something else. I love them. I do. Listen, I'm going to get off because I know somebody must be saying she's going 1,000 miles an hour. If Big M was on here, he'd be saying, here comes the old ladies with bingo, and he thinks I got dentures. I got to let him know, no, I have all my teeth, baby. I was 60 years old with braces in the bottom teeth because I don't want to have crooked teeth. I like beautiful teeth. And that's another thing we've been doing. We've been doing facials and oil treatments and cleaning with the water pick in the teeth and just sitting there looking like Goonie Google, but it'll all pay off afterwards when this is all over with.
I agree.
Yep. But I'm going to get off now so I can look at the chat and see who thinks I'm a crazy old lady.
Well, Miss Grace,
then.
I love it, and I love hearing your accent, so I'm glad that you are in a better mood, and it was good to hear from you this evening.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Good night. Oh, yeah, Lady Licious, you was co-signing Broderick's shenanigans. So, yeah, I got something for you. Oh. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Let's see how much money I make tonight.
You don't owe me shit, sir.
I owe you a damn thing.
What the fuck? Y'all having a little too much fun on the J.
Oh my God, wait right here. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Who is that?
Yeah, I'm all up on the phone. You all up in it too.
Who is that? Who is that, Miss Lady Licious?
Oh my God. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, that's my homegirl.
Put her on the phone.
One of my coworkers.
Put her on the phone.
Oh my God.
Oh, hold on. He want to say hey. Oh. Okay, hold on.
Well, that motherfucker is chocolate drop.
Who am I speaking to?
Hello.
Chocolate drop.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How about you?
Oh, life is grand. It's a wonderful time to be alive. May I ask your name?
Lexi.
Lexi, how are you? Okay, Lexi. What do you think about your coworker, Miss Lexi?
Well, let me tell you something, man. She's a handful. I'm kidding. No, she's pretty chill. She makes work fun.
Okay.
I enjoy being at work when she works.
Okay. Is she tough? Does she do a good job? What would you say?
Yeah.
How would you describe her work ethic?
She's motivated to get the job done. Always trying to get out of here on time. I'm not saying that because she's my manager.
Sound like she's right here.
No, but she doesn't like fool around. You know, she lets you stay when you need to. I don't know. She's pretty chill.
What would you say her worst trait is?
What?
What would you say her worst?
Her worst trait? Mm-hmm. Making no pizzas, rolling up that dough. Just kidding. It's gonna cut out. Why am I gonna cut out? Her work strength. She's a good manager.
That's a good thing.
I mean, she's a fast worker too.
What's a bad thing? What's one bad thing that you would say? It's okay. You know, you ain't gonna get no trouble. We'll make sure you ain't gonna get no trouble.
I'm trying to think about one bad thing. I'm not even sure.
Oh, you know something.
One bad thing.
You just don't want to say it because she's listening. It's okay. You won't get no trouble.
No, for real. I'm trying to think of something bad. I don't know. Drug addict. Shit, we be getting fucked up all the time. No, I'm trying to think of a bad thing.
Oh, don't worry. I'll just be calling corporate after
I don't know.
this. Not fucking with you.
What'd you say?
No, nothing at all. Okay. Do you know that you are you're live right now?
Man, I am. I don't have that corona yet. I'm alive and breathing.
No.
So far.
I mean like live, like on a live stream.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
I'm on the live stream. Who can hear me? Like a whole bunch of people? Like how many?
It's not a busy night. It's about.
Hey guys, follow me on Snapchat, BlueDream619. I'm just kidding. Live streaming here. Just kidding. I'm so sorry. I'm so loud and obnoxious and being real goofy. It is 12 o'clock over here.
Okay. So are y'all about to get off? Have y'all had a busy day?
Yeah, it was kind of busy. You know, I made decent tips tonight. I feel like I made some good tips.
Just a tip?
Just some tips because it was either that or be a stripper, so I needed some type of money. But this is doing the work job for me.
Okay. So have you been doing no contact deliveries?
No, I wish. The quarantine. We go to the quarantine area, and that's no contact. But the other ones, I can make contact with.
Okay. So how long have you been dealing in the pizza industry?
2 years. Okay. My husband's in the military, so kind of stuck out here in Fayetteville.
Okay. So what's the craziest delivery that you've ever had to deal with?
Oh my gosh, let me tell you. This one time I delivered to this house, and they were having like this little party or whatever, and this guy was all like, "You want to come join us?" These were like half naked people. I'm like, "Whoa, sir, I'm sorry. Hey, this is too much for me." But yeah, I got invited to an orgy on a delivery, which was crazy. But can I say orgy on here? I don't know if this is okay to say.
You can say whatever.
I'm live.
You say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay.
We ain't no limits. So what stopped you from joining the orgy? Why didn't you want to join the orgy?
Because that's not my thing. I don't know. I was the only black person too. I don't know what they're gonna try to do to me. They're gonna try to do something to me.
You might have made good tips.
Some dominatrix stuff. I don't know. Oh my God.
Okay. Well, I was about to ask you what your race was, but you've answered that for us. So, very interesting.
I'm
Okay.
Creole.
You Creole? Are you black?
Yeah.
Yeah, you black.
My mom's side is basically black, right? No, my mom's
Creole.
side
Y'all be
is.
trying to be special. Y'all just black. Y'all Creole folks ain't special.
Shoot, I feel special when I say Creole, though. I feel like a whole different breed. I'm Creole. I'm some exotic, something exotic. I don't know what she look like. Don't we show a picture? You don't know who she look like.
Yeah. Tell me what she look like. Tell me what she look like.
That ass, I swear to God, she reminds me of Cardi B. Oh, that ass. Dead ass. I'm talking about like.
So she's got fake body parts. She's had surgeries.
No, hell no. Not big titties, not big. Right? Yeah, she got big old titties though.
Send it to the.
She got little boobies.
I need proof. I mean, hey, talk is cheap. Anybody can be anybody on the internet. I need to see. Send it to denshowlive@gmail.com. I need physical proof. I'll judge that for myself.
How do I get on the line? I'm about to start joining in. Oh yeah. My name's gonna be.
Tell her be careful.
I'll tell you. Yeah. I'll set you up.
It might not be what she think it is. Make sure she gets a good warning. I'm probably the friendliest person here. That chat, you get in there. It might not be what you expect. So make sure you give her the warning, like on a pack of cigarettes and shit. But no, make this like this.
Oh hell.
You're all good. Okay. Yeah, we sorry for harassing your coworker. She chimed in, so she became a part of the problem.
You can ask me any kind of question you want. I enjoy this.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay, a little bit.
But it's nice talking to you.
Well, yeah, it was very nice speaking with your coworker. What was the name of it? Lexi. That's right, Lexi. Okay. All right. Very interesting. So everybody in North Carolina is crazy, and that's cool. Nothing wrong.
Wait a minute, I'm from California. I'm not from here.
Oh, that's even worse. That explains everything right there. There we go.
California knows how to party.
So how old are you, Lexi?
How old am I?
Yes, how old are you?
26 years young.
You a juvie. Okay.
I'm an Aquarius.
I don't know nothing about the signs.
Okay.
So how do you feel about what's going on in the world today with the what's the China virus?
The corona?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's another cold. I'm not even tripping over it.
Okay. So you're not concerned?
I probably should be, but I haven't caught it yet. But people are being, they're taking it too seriously. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not taking it seriously like I should be, but I don't know. I'm not even tripping over it.
I mean, you don't have to take it serious till you get the dry cough. Then you worry about it.
Yeah, once they start, having us on lockdown and stuff like California, maybe then. But I'm running out of toilet paper, and these stores don't have any. I'm gonna have to start taking some from the restrooms at work. You know what I mean? That one toilet paper, they stop it. Right?
Yeah, you just gotta start stashing. You'll be all right. So what made you join the pizza industry?
Oh, what made me join?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I live on Bay, so it was like right down the street from me. So it was like, that was pretty nice. But it's something I didn't want to do. I went to cosmetology school, and then I had my daughter, and I lost my passion for doing hair. So I don't know what I'm doing with my life right now. I need to figure it out.
Yeah, you got to figure that out. I mean, this is a prime opportunity to take advantage of what's going on in the world. So, I mean, why not? Right now, okay, all the salons and stuff, are they shut down out there? Or how is that working? I mean, women still want to look good. So if you can do hair or nails or whatever you may be good at, you should take advantage of that. I think you should be capitalizing on that.
I should, but I just don't I don't know. I just don't have the motivation or the passion like I did before.
Okay, when did it change? After you had your daughter, you feel like it changed?
If I don't know, if I didn't have my husband bossing me around or telling me what to do, maybe it would be different, but I don't know. I don't know, sometimes you fall out of stuff.
Okay. I get it. I definitely understand. I can't fault you for that. So I got one more question for you, Miss Lexi. And
Hey, Honcho.
Yeah.
Hey, Honcho.
Yes.
I got a phone call, so I might have to make it short.
No, we don't care about that phone call. You know, we don't care about that shit. Nah, that's the bad, Miss Lady. Do your thing. We'll harass your coworker later.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna hook her up. I'll make sure she call through with me.
Okay, and I still owe you, so don't think you didn't got away.
Y'all remember me, Lexi, Blue Jersey? Right now. For no reason.
Terrible.
But I got you though, Honcho. I'm gonna talk that shit to you on Discord. But yeah, I'll talk to you later.
All right, do your thing.
Y'all have a blessed one.
All right, you too.
Y'all have a good night.
All right. Bye.
I wouldn't make it. That'd be tough. So that was interesting. You know, I had to spice it up a little bit. We haven't talked to any associates on the phone in a while. At one point in time, who was that? I think that was Miss Darko. We had got her husband on the phone once. Who else? I think we had got another husband on the phone. I think we got like 2 husbands on the phone. Yeah, we just look. You know, it's a free range Friday. I had to spice it up. I had to try to change the game up this evening. That's very interesting. I have no idea what that was. Was it? Yeah, no. Her husband got on there once. Oh, she had her sister on there. Because what was it? We were trying to do something if we were doing the survey. She had her sister on there, but the husband got on there like one time. And he was cool. Like I said, he was real cool. And yeah, he was all right. He was a cool dude. Let me see. What else we got? It was somebody else. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, so we finna go start going to old school dens. Yeah, she popped up though. Didn't she pop up like last week? You know, it may have been a shallow grave. She may have dig herself out the grave. Miss V. Darko had some great stories though. Miss V. Darko had some excellent stories. I won't. If you didn't catch them, you just didn't catch them. I think those might have been on some of the first confessions, and they were extremely interesting, to say the very least. Wow. So, that whole fucking crazy phone call. I'm going to be honest with y'all, though. I think Lady Licious is special. I think if her coworker comes into the chat, she won't last very long. That's just my personal opinion on that. You know, don't fault me. We might take 1 or 2 more calls. We'll see. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we got calling into the den this evening?
Oh shit, man! It's Eastside Harold, man. This is my 2nd day in a row, man. I done got through.
Already, Eastside. What's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind this evening?
Hey, bro, I'm still here, man. I'm still kicking and going on, brother. It was when I woke up, man. It was a question, but I'm still here.
Okay. And just so you know, it wasn't that. It was. I had, like I tell y'all, I have a different set of thoughts in my head than sometimes in what I'm saying, and she was a very energetic caller, and so I had questions. I was just deciding whether it'd be right to start asking those questions. So I just decided to wait. So you still alive? You still kicking, man? Have you eaten any Asian food today?
No. I had some spaghetti that was already in the house. But I'll tell you what, brother. I had some groceries already in the house.
Yeah.
But I went to the grocery store for the first time since all this shit popped off. They just really tell you how much groceries I already had in the house.
Yeah.
I wasn't really trying to go to the grocery store, but I just went there just to go there and see for myself. And, brother, them motherfuckers in the grocery store, nothing negative happened, but it's an energy. It's a energy that you feel in that grocery store. Like, these motherfuckers are moving fast. They're like erratic. And like, if you behind me, I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
You never seen me before, but I'm a big dude. If you're a little old white lady, don't just ride my ass like you gonna run me over, bitch. Because I'm going to tell you something about yourself. I'm going to look at you first. And if you still, if you that bold just to keep riding my ass in the grocery store, Not in the car.
Yeah.
Well, I can't get to you. Bitch, you right behind me. Well, I'll say something to you and your man if your man is there. Like, man, hold up, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, slow down, bitch. You can only get the same groceries I can get, bitch. Bitch, you can't, I mean, like, slow down. If you go to these grocery stores, take a deep breath, and when you walk in, you can only get what's ever there.
Yeah.
And it's the energy you get in it. You see these people, they're moving fast. They don't know what to do. They don't da. Man, take a deep breath, and whatever's in there on the shelves, that's the only thing you can get. And just get it.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's really just what it is. And Miss Just Sarah says, thanks for the donation and the shout out. And Miss Thang, it's the motherfucking deal.
Hey man, tell Just Sarah, man. I ain't trying to step on no toes, Honcho, but Just Sarah. Tell her I say hello, man. Because Just Sarah know what I'm looking for with. Just Sarah got about 2 or 3 accounts, man. She be lurking. But I ain't gonna step on your toes, Honcho. But if that's just the Just Sarah I seen in the original account, you know what I'm into. I don't even have to keep saying it. I don't even just keep putting it out there. But man, yeah, man, I had let me tell you about my day. I went to the liquor store. I stocked up on the Crown Black.
Okay.
Now, what you do, you get your little 750 milliliters of Crown Black. But if you like me, you know, like I say, I'm not pro-black, but I hang around some niggas, and you get the Paulie massage for your nigga friends. If you got common ass nigga friends, like I do, which I do, that's gonna ask for you for hey man, you got a bottle? Yeah, I got a bottle.
Yeah.
Here, have some of this Paul Masson, nigga friends. And these nigga friends is gonna drink your shit. They gonna drink it. They gonna drink that shit like it's water.
Motherfucker.
And you just gonna look at them like, "Hey, bro, what you got to put in on the party?"
Yeah.
Nah, man, I ain't got nothing. Oh, okay. Hey, bro, you gonna eventually have it. It's gonna be a blue moon till you have it. It's gonna be down the road, but you gonna eventually have it. But you ain't got it now. Here. Drink this Paul Masson like it's Kool-Aid. But in the meantime, I got my Crown Black in the house. That's not for you.
Correct.
It's not for you at all. That's for me.
I agree, man.
But anyway, Honcho, bro. I heard you earlier on the sauce, man. I heard you speaking of Spence, bro. Spence. You speaking of real, bro, but is no light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
There's no light at the end of the tunnel, brother.
That's how I'm leaning. Now, somebody presented a very interesting thought to me. Excuse me, today. Excuse me, we may share it sometime soon. It just depends. It's interesting. And so it's a very interesting theory. I'm not gonna speak on it until, like I say, we just put it out there. But we will we'll go from there. You know, when we put it out. But I agree, man. I don't know how. I don't think it's a light at the end of the tunnel unless that's the oncoming train about to run your ass over. That's the only light I see.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to call in, just let you know I'm still here, brother. Still. The clock's still ticking, bro. We got like 40 minutes to the next day, bro. Just y'all out there in the den, man. Keep your head up, and like I say, man, be careful in the grocery stores. Yeah. And if you gotta say something to a motherfucker, don't go to jail, because I had to catch myself. But if you gotta go in the grocery store, just prepare yourself.
Yes.
And
it's a different energy.
I'ma holler at you, Honcho.
All right, Eastside, man. That's a bet, man. I appreciate your call.
That's a bit.
All right. Yeah, like you said, man, it's a different energy in the grocery. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make that the last call for the evening. I'm gonna share my thoughts on a couple of things that I wanted to speak on that I didn't cover. So I asked earlier. I don't know if anybody answered it, but when I was talking about watching the news, and there was a commercial for HIV medication, right? And so, did anybody? That's funny that you say that, Mr. Poppy, sir. Um, so, who do you think was what demographic would you say the face of this commercial was, if you were just to take a wild guess? Because I found it not so interesting. I don't know. Like I said, ain't none of this shit been popping up. That's the crazy shit. None of the streams been popping up. I've been hearing people say that they're not really getting notifications. Don't give Shannon nothing. See, this is what happened when y'all give Shannon pistachios. When y'all give Shannon pistachios, it's like a stray cat, right? If you don't feed the stray cat will go somewhere else to find something to eat. But if you feed the stray cat, it's going to keep coming back. And then it becomes your cat. You know what I'm saying? Then you can't get rid of the cat because it's going to be expecting, that's where it got food from. So if you give Shannon pistachios, she's going to keep coming back for pistachios. So you got to be careful. So here's my thing, though. Right, exactly, Broderick. Not only was it a nigga, it was a very effeminate nigga. So, you know what that means. With dreads. And would you like to guess how this effeminate nigga with dreads was, he was already portrayed. But would you like to guess what his partner was portrayed as? Would anybody like to take a wild guess? I mean, y'all may have seen the commercial, honestly. Right. But I'm saying all this to get to a point in a second. So I'm asking about these particular characteristics of these actors, or no, not Bunter. No, they can't even use fake masculinity in these commercials. But his particular partner was a Caucasian gentleman. In the commercial, they had a little dainty lady friend who sat across the table from them while they were, like, because the commercials now, they insinuate the homosexuality. And again, if that's what y'all into, whatever. But I'm saying this specifically, and I'm gonna tell you why. The original character, the main character was like a black gay man, and I guess he worked in all the way because they put him in different scenarios and stuff, and he's talking about the HIV medicine, right? Then he has the white gay man that he's with. Then he has the white lady that he's buddies with, that they go walking and I guess do marathons or whatever together. But he's very effeminate. Anyway, like I said, he was the face of their campaign. And I say all this because, to me, it's pandering to a certain demographic. We know who, what, where, why. If we're going to be honest, what the perception is, right? Caucasian. Cool Caucasians. Let's make sure we get the 3Ks in there. Bottom shelf. What the fuck? Oh shit. Fucking bottom shelf brand. Oh my god. That's pretty fucking funny. I fucking lost my whole train of thought now. Oh shit. Yeah, but I said all this right because the demographic. Because I don't know if it was like some of the prep medicine or the whatever the shit to keep the passing HIV on, right? So the demographic for the gay community is generally effeminate black men. That's what's getting pushed out there. I'm gonna get back to Snowflake and Snugglepuss or whatever the fucking names are in a second. But so I'm watching this and I'm like, I get it. You gotta cater to your demographic, right? You know, you got people out there who have things that they still want to be sexually active and don't want to pass on. Even Mr. Kenny called and talked about a friend of his. I think that he said one time that, you know, had a situation that was still, you know, whatever. He said, I think he said he don't talk to him anymore. And I guess if you weren't there to hear the call, not to put, you know, Mr. Ken out there, but, you know, it was a story that was shared. So you kind of have an idea who their target demographic is. Fine, whatever. What I want to know is when the coronavirus vaccines come out, right, or the Kung Flu vaccines come out, will the face of the commercial be Asian? Because eventually they're going to develop a vaccine, right? And generally, when these commercials come out, the actor is of that target demographic. So I want to know, or are they going to soft shoot? Are they going to be, you know, they're going to try to play a role and not do that because we can't call it the China virus, can't call it the Wuhan virus, because will there be backlash? You know what I'm saying? You know, so it'd be very interesting to see what happens with that whole thing because I'm very curious about that. And no, it's not racist. You know. Oh, and that's the thing I pulled up too when we're talking about different diseases and where they came from, right? So yeah. You know, Ebola and Lyme disease, and I always wondered about Lyme disease too. But you know, the Heartland virus, Bornholm, and all these places again, like I said, the Lassa fever, West Nile fever. Again, the Nile fever, that was never an issue, right? West Nile virus, not an issue, right? But if you call it the China virus, it's a problem. What was the other thing? Oh, it's the poor dog. MERS, yeah, the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. You know, Junior virus, Napa, whatever, all this other shit. Rift Valley, Rocky Mountain fever, Zika, all this shit. Norovirus, from Norwalk, but all of these things, you know, are named after their place of origin. But as soon as you say or you call something a China virus, it's bad, right? Spanish flu, they don't even want to call it the Spanish flu anymore. So, Wuhan shots ain't nothing to fuck with. Yeah, Kung Flu is the greatest. That's hilarious. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're so, you know, you guys just thought it was the statues and shit, right? You thought that, we're just going to go back and we're going to get rid of these Confederate statues because they were bad. Now we want to go back and change the names of diseases because it's associated with a particular culture and it's not right. We don't like it. I mean, if y'all don't get off the motherfucking gas, you know, this fucking revisionist history shit, it's fucking killing me, man. But as we get ready to wind down here, and we got a couple more minutes. I know I was a few minutes tardy, actually. Yeah, I forgot I was a few minutes tardy. So I'll make sure that you get all your minutes. I'll make sure that we get all that time covered because I was a little bit tardy. I forgot. The fucking snowflake thing. The fucking oh my god. Y'all want to know what the funniest thing I saw today was? And this is why I love Twitter, because it can be a beautiful thing, it can be a shitty thing, but mostly it's pretty fucking fun. Like, people, I won't say for the most, but people are fucking hilarious, right? So somebody posted a picture, because remember I saw the pictures the other day of Las Vegas, and I was like, it's dead, you know, it's like nobody's on the streets. And so somebody posted a picture saying, you know, hey, you guys need to take this fucking virus serious. You know, this is Las Vegas. I've never seen it like this. And I'm looking through the pictures, and I'm just kind of skipping through them, and I'm just like, something right now. I look closer. I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't fucking Las Vegas. This is fucking, I think it was, which one was the San Andreas? You know what I'm saying? And so it just, but I think they have a part of San Andreas. I think I want to say it was the San Andreas that had the casino, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And so, but it looks like Las Vegas if you're not, if you're not paying attention. And so, because you're just kind of skimming over it. And the thing is, everybody knew it was a fucking joke. It was like a joke. And then you see people get in there and really take it serious. This is not Las Vegas. I was just, they're like something like just crazy shit. But it's usually people with the blue check marks because, Twitter tends to, even if you're conservative, you don't necessarily get a blue check mark. There's a lot of people with blue check marks that should not be verified, I guess, or that are verified. But it's much harder if you do have conservative views. Because it's a lot of people who've been, on various platforms and things, they won't get verified because of their beliefs. So Twitter is definitely biased. But the blue check marks are generally goofballs, a lot of virtue signalers and shit like that. And they said, I'm just like, God damn, how stupid you are. Like, they were in there arguing. It was like 2 or 3 of them, like, in there literally arguing with people. And people like, yes, this is Las Vegas. I live here. And fucking with them. But it was like jokes. And they took the shit so serious. And then eventually, I think one of them got it. But it was probably some of the funniest shit I read today. Just how people were, like, the blue check mark people were really trying to convince people that this wasn't Vegas, and everybody already fucking knew. It's a fucking video game. If you look at it, you can see the fucking pixels and shit. Yeah, that's what I say. That's my thing with Twitter. As much as I enjoy it, I don't really get super active on it on my own main account, because if I really said the shit that I wanted to say, again, I'd probably say crazier stuff on YouTube than I do on there, because it's, YouTube's probably a softer platform. But Twitter, anybody can just cry and fucking get your account. You end up in Twitter jail. Some of the round table had some words for a particular individual, and it wasn't even nothing bad. And motherfucker cried and reported them to fucking Twitter, and they got like, I think they got like a 2 or 3 day Twitter suspension. And again, it's just like you can literally say truthful stuff, and Twitter will ban you if it's the truth, but it's not liberal enough. So it's just, I'm very kosher. I generally get on Twitter to follow certain individuals who do tweet out very useful, pertinent information to certain things, and it has actually worked out in my favor in some areas. But yeah, I don't be thugging on the tweeters. I just say a lot of fuck Bill O'Brien's and shit like that. But aside from that, I just use promotional purposes. Like I said, I'm not with a whole lot of the social media arguing anymore. I ain't got the juice. Oh shit. So here is the dilly dally, right? Because it is Friday, and since we've kind of gone to no real weekend thing, fuck my shoulder. I'm gonna see what's up. I can't say tonight, but if you're in the Discord, I'll post in the Discord about if there may or may not be some mixer action sometime this weekend. I think a little mixer action would be cool. It's been a minute. I still got some lost Fallout. I just used. Pardon me. I apologize, y'all. Apologize for all of y'all who was just here said I made a yawn. Yeah, hit that like button, man. Like button's fucking free. I still got some Fallout New Vegas to finish up. Make it on there, talk crazy on some Age of Empires while I get my ass kicked. I don't know, something. Maybe I can I focus that division and make Lady Licious get on and see if she can back up all that shit she was talking. She was talking about that she was good at Halo and Call of Duty and all that other stuff. So we'll see if Lady Licious is as good as she says she is. I don't know why I got this on. So we'll see something. That might be interesting. A mixer with the Den folk may be cool. We'll see. I don't know. I guess I need to learn how to play the fucking game. That might help, right? Let's see. Hey. You know what they say? Friends that yawn together spawn together. Hey yo. and I know I always say this. I'm gonna do. Oh, this is what I want to say. Okay. There will be shirt action. I'm gonna get that shirt made, and some other things that I plan to start doing next month. So there will be and I wish there were more people in here, but we'll figure it out. There will be a pistachio reset starting monthly, right? And so I have to be accurate on my pistachio game to make sure everything is on the up and up. And so what we'll do is the most pistachio. So it'll probably be two things because I do want to start, getting better about giving back for all y'all's support. So what I'm thinking is it may be like top donator and then top pistachios will get some kind of love at the end of. Why did I expect feedback from the two biggest pistachio beefers? Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing, though. Because if you are a moderator, you do get a faster pistachio love. But I'm gonna set it up to to where again also like I think. Because I don't think it's on here. I think it was on the other bot I used to use where if you do donate, you get, bonus pistachios and things like that. So y'all have to definitely duke it out as far as the games and things for pistachios and stuff like that. Just to make it say, we're going to bring some activity back, and I think it'll be a good reason to show some love back. I don't know. I got to see what's going on. I got a couple of things to send out. There's something else I was going to talk about. Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm just I'm a little tired. I've been getting a good 2-3 hours of sleep in, and usually the effect builds up and it gets you. Word. I don't want to look at those pictures. Like I say, the little crops that I saw were enough to tell me that it had nothing to do with just what. But here's the thing, man. If he's partying hard like that, that's not just a one-off thing, right? That's not a one-off thing. That means he's doing it often. And when you're in a position of power, right, and you got something like that, you can't really be hanging out with certain individuals because you think it's all good and it's all cool. We live in a social media age where it doesn't take anything for a motherfucker to get a come up on you. I mean, you were just in a big, big governance race, and I won't say it was national news, but it was well noted. And so my thing is, you got to look at it like this. People was like, oh, it's not a big deal, if he's partying. You want your governor all fucking methed out, all Marion Barry on you, methed out, plugging poop shoots, fucking waking up late, going back with his wife for a photo op with his kids. Fucking kids talking about daddy smells like doo-doo, I don't know. Oh, yeah, what was that, Rob Ford or something like that? Was that his name? I think that's who it was. I think that's who it was. Rob Ford or something like that. And he was actually pretty funny. Yeah, he was out like in strip clubs and doing all kind of crazy shit. Like, that motherfucker was hilarious, actually. Yeah, he had some real crazy ass interviews. But yeah. But man, look, y'all, just as we've been dealing with, wherever you may be and however you're dealing with drinking Corona, be careful. Watch out for the crazy people. I saw a story of a dude who, I think they said he was a Corona patient. He was in the hospital for whatever reason, fucking shot the nurse. Fucking crazy shit. Like, people are losing their shit. And again, like I said, I don't even think it's the virus itself. It's just the way people are responding to the shit. Be cautious, people. Take care of yourselves. And like I said, I'll post in the Discord if we're gonna do something or not, and I'll post it on the YouTube channel page too. Usually, I don't know how well it shows the notifications, but we'll definitely see. Like, I don't know if that would be the worst pole dancing coaching you ever saw. It'd be very bad. It would probably not get off the ground. The pole didn't fell over and shit. Shout out to Eastside. Appreciate the love though. But yeah, I'm gonna get all that set up by next month. So, but like I say, we and for those of you who are at the top of the pistachio charts, I know that you. Damn it. Could the corona be caused by yawning? Does yawning create corona? I don't know. For those of you, though, who are at the top of the pistachio charts, we'll make sure that we acknowledge you before we hit a...
Eastside Harold donated $2 through Super Chat. At Just Sarah, I got my eye on you.
It's just me. It seemed like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Like, it seems like the chat has been going sluggish or something like that, right? You know what I mean? So, very interesting. Like that shit. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but it seems like it's going slow and it's getting crazy notification. Gillum Buck 2020. Oh, that's goddamn you, John. It's time to get out of here. I'm still, what was it? Bottom shelf Brad or some shit. I can't fuck with y'all. Man, you can get mass on the black web, so the dark web, black web, fucking. Yeah, it's definitely bad time. I'm fucking tired. I fucked with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all before I end up like a Kush Den episode, being tapped out and fell asleep. I thank y'all for the love. I appreciate you all. Again, it is my honor. It is my privilege. Most of all, my pleasure. Make sure you follow on all the proper social medias, wherever that may be. Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. I don't know what's going on with this mouse. This mouse ain't even that old. It's sometimes it seems like that click doesn't register. I need to check the settings on it. Maybe it's where I'm clicking. It could just be my fault. So there's always that. Cause that must work fine. Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram, Twitter and Instagram. At Denline Live on Facebook. I post all my racist shit here. The gram. I just advertise for the channel and occasionally post funny stuff. Denline Live, well, it's Facebook, so you know how that works. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Most of all, get a Discord afterwards. I'll be in a Discord after the stream, so if you want to slide in the Discord, get in the voice chat, just listening or however you want to get down, it's all good. But, yeah. I'll catch y'all then. I got to go home, but I'm finna get the fuck up out of here. Good evening. There we go.